Today I'm going to show you something. If you don't eat meat, just turn this off right away because this is not going to be pretty. I'm going to show you what I do to save money when I buy an organic chicken. Organic chicken parts are very expensive and it's almost impossible to get organic ground chicken. So we do it all ourselves, and we got 2 free-range organic chickens here now, and I'm going to show you how I butcher them up and how many meals we'll get out of one chicken. My husband's just going to put together our meat grinder, just a hand grinder, and I'll show you that as well. So here's our hand grinder, and we use it a couple of times a year to do this, and it just comes in several parts. It's pretty easy to put together. There's the cog blade that goes inside, and this is the main grinding blade. It goes up against this here. This gets screwed on the end right there, and there's a little rubber piece that doesn't hurt your countertop, and a handle and a screw. So he's just going to put it together here now.
And this is keyed on the back, so it just goes in one location.
So it's pretty simple to put together, and it just clamps onto the edge of the countertop. So he's going to clamp that on, and I'm going to chop up the chicken. All you're going to need is a good sharp knife. Unfortunately, my knife is not sharpened, so you'll have to excuse me if I'm hacking at this a little bit, and I'm not a professional. So I just want to show you that anyone can do this at home. You don't have to be a professional, and you can save yourself a lot of money. Okay, so sorry for the lighting here. That's our lighting. That's all we have. So I have 2 organic chickens here, and the whole chickens are much cheaper than chicken parts. And I just have clean surfaces. You want to make sure your surfaces and your hands are really clean. You can wear gloves if it makes you feel better. And I start with the leg, and I just cut right down through the body here, and I do the same with the other side. You want to cut right through the leg and the thigh. Next, I usually cut the wings off, and this is where it gets hard, because you want to break the joint, and then just cut right around the joint. So that's the wing, and I'll leave the whole wing. We'll use that as a meal. I'll do the wing on the other side. Just around the joint, and it should come off fairly easily. And you can cut these into separate pieces too if you like. I'll just leave them whole. Right, then I cut right down through the drum, and you'll see the joint there, and the drum comes off, and that's going to be, the 2 drums will be another meal. And I'll do the same with the thighs. Now the thighs are a little harder to see. You want to get the skin on the underside. Cut until you see the thigh joint, and then you can pull the joint out there. And you can see right here where to cut around the skin. And that's one thigh. Turn it around. Your knife should be as sharp as it possibly can be. This knife is definitely not sharp enough, and this is the other thigh. Okay, now it's time to grab some kitchen scissors. Okay, so I have a pair of Fiskars. I think these are some kind of garden ones, but anyway, they're good for kitchen as well. Maybe they are kitchen ones. And what we're going to do is cut through the ribs. So you can feel where the breast is attached onto the back. So we're going to cut along the ribs here. This makes it much easier than a knife. There's a little bone there, okay. And see the back is detaching quite nice. Now we're going to turn it over and do the same on the other side, right down through the ribs. Here we go. Now this I keep for soup. I'm going to shear off as much meat as I can because we're going to grind the breast and any meat that's on this, and then we'll keep the bone and the skin for soup. So as for the breast, we'll just go right down through the center. And if you find it hard to cut with your knife, again, you can use your scissors and just cut that breastbone in half. And you can keep it like that if you don't want to grind it. You can keep your two separate breasts. There we go. And that would be two perfect full breasts. But I'm going to take all the meat off of this, and then we're going to grind it up. And I do grind the skin in as well. It adds a little bit of fat. You want a little bit of fat. This chicken is very lean. And we want that nice center. Nice tender piece. And again, I keep the breastbone for soup. I don't want to throw anything out. It's the point of saving money. Don't waste anything. I'll get as much off of that as we can for grinding. And that nice little tender there. Alright, so I'm going to do the same with the other chicken, and then I'll show you the grinding process, how we grind it up so that we can have ground meat for some of the recipes like I showed you, sloppy joes or meatloaf muffins or anything like that. So just finish up the other chicken and then we'll do the grinding. Okay, so we cut the chicken pieces into manageable size pieces. This can actually grind bones if you wanted to grind some of the rib bones, say for dog food, if you make your own dog food or anything like that. But we're just going to use chicken breast here because we're making it for ourselves, and want it in probably like he'll pick up a strip no bigger than a strip like that, and we'll just show you how it goes through the chute. Oh, there you go. So we'll continue on until all of this chicken is ground up. Okay, we're nearing the end now, and usually what we do when we're finished up is push some sort of vegetable through just to clean out the blades and get all the rest of the meat out. So we have a stalk of organic celery here. He's just going to push down through. And as you see, the meat is still coming out, but now you can start to see a little bit of the celery. So that cleaned out the inside from the excess meat. And we're done. So we're going to package all of this up, and I'll let you know how many servings we can get out of these 2 organic chickens. So here I have the 2 chickens all packaged up, and for us it comes to 42 servings. I have 8 packages of ground chicken, and each package will be 2 servings. I have enough for 2 pots of soup, each pot being 8 bowls in leftover bones. We have a pack of wings, which will be 2 servings. And the 2 thighs, a serving for each of us, so that's another 2 servings, and another 2 thighs, same thing. And then we have the 2 packages of 2 drums each, so that's 4 drums. So that's a lot of serving. I know some people would think that that's not a lot of meat, but it's plenty. So you can get all these servings out of 2 chickens, and I'll freeze it up. It's very convenient. It took us about, by the time we clean up and everything, it's probably an hour's work, but we have meals now for quite a long time. So I hope you enjoyed a way to stretch your budget when eating organic, how to separate and part your own chicken to save a lot of money.